Introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati.
Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Cincinnati.
Fielded right around the 8. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wilson going to come out throwing.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Come on now, off of play action.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Off the play fake, Mon.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Mon looks to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. 2nd down and goal. Mon. Touchdown Bengals. Nicole Hardman from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. Uses the stiff arm.
Poor, a costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
They go play action here. Mon.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Nicole Hardman.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early? Or
he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They run with a 4th-year man. This is Damian Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Wilson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been...
He's got a man, complete! And all the way in for a Cincinnati score! Nicole Hardman doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
21-0 our score after 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look in the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Mon. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more go physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Bond going to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on second down. Wilson. Open man is Juwan Jennings. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Again, Wilson. And that's complete to Shepard. Down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 39 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Levante David. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Shepard, complete over the middle. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got his target, Harris. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. On first down, here's Mon. Steps away to his left. Catch is made by Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school. Didn't have the opportunity to get him. But now with this opportunity, they think they can get him back to those former level.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mon. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Here's Mon. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mond ran last time. Here he'll throw it.
And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Come on, set! Blaster.
Here's Mond. They're going for it.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Justin Jefferson
from 21 yards away.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it is 42-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Now it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. It's hauled in by Shepard. They do get 2 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Completes this again to Shepard. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mond now off of play action.
Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Another try after the first down sack. Bond. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Let's go.
On 4th down, Mond. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 1st down, Wilson. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get play. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Lane. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. They go play action here. Mond completes it to Hardman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Mond going to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mecole Hardman, 35 yards. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
From the 31, Wilson.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
7 yards there and a first down. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Steelers on third down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Wilson will throw again. And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Sterling Shepard. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Eluding the pressure right. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Bond looks to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Off the play fake, Bond.
And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Looking for Shepard deep. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Yellow, go.
2nd and 10, Mon. Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Mond. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards.
Ready.
Mond looks to throw on 1st down. Locates Hardman for another catch. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline,
Jubilation and laughter. 23 yards, the final tally.
Right, 97.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead, and some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
And he comes back with one complete.
Here's Mon.
Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Here we go, set. 52 blaster.
Again, he'll drop to throw and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just added on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Lane.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
To try again after the sack. Mon. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Down. Drill 52. Let's go, charge. Heel blue. Red cycle. Set.
Here's Mon. They're going for it.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And my goodness, another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover. They're